Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get on today's video session. Here we go. After this, Streets Race, user tutorial. Let's go. Okay guys, so welcome back on my video session. I'm going crazy, man. Help me, man. I can't stop. Yes, I can show you. Help us. I can't stop myself. Oh my god. This is too much. Howdy, guys. Okay, so there you go, some rock and roll music from Streets Race from user tutorial. So welcome back on my video session today. So we're gonna continue on what handles are worth buying and what problems did they give us and stuff like that. The systems which are problematic, we don't purchase this kind of stuff, do we? We only purchase the finest things on the market. Problem with people nowadays, they buy any kind of rubbish. They don't know what they're doing. Okay, one thing, today, I know you guys are probably waiting for that information, but you're not going to get that. It was about Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311, OneXplayer, Steamdeck. Which one will be the most powerful and advanced system that will win in the end? That's the question. I know so far the Nintendo ones are winning, but how far with the Nintendo ones will go? Can the Nintendo Switch really win this competition? Who knows? Will Fujitsu win? Nintendo win? We don't know. We will soon find out. You'll have to wait for that. So today's video is based on Sony PSP, Sony PSVita, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch OLED, Nintendo Switch Lite, GPD Win, GPD Win2, GPD Win3. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How many handheld systems are that? Oh my gosh. And which one would you buy? You wouldn't know. The problem with loads of people, you know what they do? If they're gonna go and buy a Sony one, they just look at Sony games, yeah? If they go for Nintendo, they start looking at Nintendo games. And if people want PC games, they start looking for a Microsoft one, a Windows one. It doesn't work like that, man. No, 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 no. We all know that Nintendo makes one of the finest game in the gaming industry. I think we shouldn't look at it like that as well. Even a company is producing one of the finest games, it doesn't mean you're gonna go out there and go and buy it. No, no, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be buying it because it's got some of the finest games. You only gonna buy it if it's made right. Because if it's not made right, and if the prices are far too high, why would you pay for something like that? Alright, let's get started anyway. Sony PSP. Now, Sony PSP was a popular system made by Sony. Now, this system, I don't know what to say about it. I didn't like the look of this system, really. I mean, loads of people did. I didn't like the look at it at all. I mean, the D-pad on this thing was weird. I mean, it was like buttons. Like up, down, left, right. It's a really weird D-pad used on this system. And then you got these face buttons. And then you got these very strange shoulder buttons on there. I don't know what to say about it. I don't like the control system on this system, man. Well, I mean, it looks like a brick. I don't know how many people can agree with that. It looks like a flipping brick. More than a handheld system. It's like you bought a brick and you put it inside your pocket. I don't know why I'm laughing about that. I don't like the whole damn design of the system. Bad controls. Um, the design wise, it looks like a brick. It looks ugly. It looks absolutely ugly. It's not very attractive to look at. I mean, even in terms of design, it doesn't wow you. You don't get impressed by its design. It's a good approach by Sony for making something like this. And I mean, it was using UMD discs. Oh. Now the UMD discs drains battery really quickly. It's not a good idea. The Sony PSP didn't last very long on battery. Okay, it's got a rechargeable battery? Fine. A good idea. But the problem with this system, let's look at the problems it had. It was long, like a brick. Slim wise, it was quite good. It was using UMD discs, which drains battery pretty fast. I think when I used to use this system, I mean, after 30-40 minutes, you can tell the battery's going down. I mean, come on, man. Even 45 minutes is nothing. It's a very terrible battery used in there. I mean, it's using some kind of discs. Why would you use UMD discs in a system? That's pretty crazy. It's really, really, really stupid. It wasn't even a good idea. So they released UMD discs on games and movies on this system. I think the popularity was coming from because it was made by Sony and the features in these systems were pretty good. They're pretty good features in this system. Well, it was a basic system with some gaming controls, a good large screen used in there. Um, there were a lot of quality games on this system. So, and photo, music, videos was a big thing for this system. It was a massive thing for it. Loads of people liked this system because it wasn't just playing games and movies from UMD discs. On your memory card, you can have photo, music, and you can have videos on there. It was really, really impressive for things like that. But overall, I would say it looked really long. It looked like a brick. It didn't look very attractive, I would say. But if you like the experience of from Sony, from gaming, music on UMD discs, and photo, music videos, and also it had a lot of emulation on there. A lot of emulators. There's some really good emulation on the system. I think the gaming, the videos on UMD discs, the memory card, what was in there. You can put photo, music videos, and emulation. It was pretty good for that. So it became really popular from that side of things. Okay, so this was a popular system. The next system was from Sony was again Sony PSVita. Now Sony PSVita failed miserably. It didn't do so well on the market. It was an absolutely dreadful system from Sony. Now the main thing about this system was that they were using smartphone features. I mean, you don't want to do things like that, man. You know what they did in this device? Which was ridiculous. People were asking for a gaming device, but this system went beyond that level. What it did, so basically it gave us a quality screen, good gaming controls, but the features were terrible. It was using touch screens. Think of, yeah, 3G, stuff like that. And then you can use a SIM card. Yeah, you can like phone from there and stuff like that. using Skype, and you can use a browser on there, which was from Sony and all that. There's a basic browser in there as well. And he was doing things like that, of that nature. Like, he had a SIM card, right? SIM card was for phone, messaging, and internet on the go. Okay? He was doing stuff like that. I mean, on the back, he had a rear touchpad. So, what made people dislike this system? I would say there was no need of a touchscreen, yeah, and there was no need for a SIM card technology in a gaming device. Because if we look at the original success of Sony PSP, did it have any of that? No. People just wanted a basic system, but no, but they go, this system doesn't look all right because you're spending more extra money on the features that the Sony PSVita was using. And whenever it was on the market, right, it was equivalent like a PS3 technologies, something on them lines. So the games kept on coming on there, but the system wasn't selling so well. When the developers found out that the system wasn't selling so well, loads of developers did not take part on the system. It was lacking in developers then. Yeah, even the starting of the system, that was happening with the system. Now, if we look at the further on system, Sony did not give any support to the PS Vita's life. They didn't do anything about it. Yeah, and they kept on using full force on the Sony PlayStation 4. We know that, don't we? They used all the force on Sony PlayStation 4. And what was Sony doing with the Sony PS Vita? Nothing. They didn't even bother with it. They didn't even care what was happening with the Sony PS Vita. How stupid and ridiculous a company like Sony can be. That's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? So, I mean, even with the features that people didn't want, it wasn't doing so well because of that as well. But Sony could have gave more support in terms of, you know, releasing more systems and removing these features and getting more developers on board. They didn't do any of that. And they could put more advertising on it. So Sony didn't bother with it at all. The Sony PS Vita was a big flop. Now, the Sony PS Vita was at times of Nintendo 3DS. Nintendo 3DS, if you look at these sales, Sony PS Vita only got 12 million sales, where the Nintendo 3DS got 75 million sales. It knocked the crap out of it by miles. So congratulations Nintendo anyway. We already confirmed that. Okay, next one. We're going to be doing that after this. Alright guys, we're coming to the next system, which is really high in demand, by the way. What it is. Okay, nice music. So now the next system we're going to be talking about is Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is a very popular system indeed on the market. It's even more popular than the Sony PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about them two machines because they got nothing to do with this session anyway. So Nintendo Switch is a dedicated system to play home console games, just like his previous systems. Now, the Nintendo Switch is a system with 3 game modes: handheld, tabletop, and TV. I mean, this system is completely different to any handheld you will ever buy for your money, because this system is very different to anything you will ever see. Um, Now, the one thing about this is it plays proper Nintendo and third-party games. Yeah, it's not a normal handheld, this system is, alright? Now, we know the middle part of this system is using the idea of a tablet. Yeah, originally when people were reading about this information, they weren't impressed by this, and they go, what is going on? So the middle part is a tablet, and the side, it's like G-Con controls. You just slide these controls, you get gaming controls on this thing. So basically, it's a tablet with some gaming controls at the side. That's why I think it is, in terms of handheld technology. It's a very, very impressive system in its own right, but the problem lies here. Now, the main screen of this system is 6.2 screen size. I think it's quite large. It's pretty big. Okay? And putting the G-Con controllers at the side makes it even longer. This system's not portable, man. You probably need a handbag to carry this thing around, man. I don't like handhelds going too large, because end of the day, it's a handheld. A handheld is for your to put in your palm of your hands. Yeah, it does all that, but considering even if it's in palm of your hands, it's not pocketable, is it? It's too big. It's far too big. It's, in terms of width, it's quite long, and the sides are slim. It uses like game cards, like, Nintendo DS and Nintendo 3DS kind of way, which is quite good. It's quite miniature. There's no loading times on the system, which is really good news. It's very, very advanced in its own right, but I'm afraid it's too long. It's not what you would expect from a handheld system. The further on, there is a thing called Nintendo Switch OLED, which is a quite recent one. Now this one, wow, what is going on? This one is 7.0 screen size. It's even bigger. It's too big. Man, it's gone even larger than the other one. This is far larger. Yeah. I understand where Nintendo is coming from, because he wants to give you all the detail on the screen. I think in terms of Nintendo, even on 6.2, 7.0, they both do the same thing. They get you the detail on the screen. I mean, specifically for Nintendo games, 6.2, 7.0 would be good. But for third-party games, I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah. For in terms of Nintendo, it'd probably be okay, because these games are specifically made for the Nintendo Switch. So you're not gonna get really strong detail. So I don't think there will be a problem with that, really. There's loads of improvements on the system. The hardware is just the same. 720p, 1080p, like 720p on screen, 1080p HD on TV. Yeah, that's all the same. It's got a stand at the back where you can view your own angle. It's got a HDMI port. It's got a fast internet access and stuff like that. It's really, really impressive for the features this system has. It's got a better screen for sharpness and gives you some colorings are better on the OLED model than the previous model, I would say. And it's got much better sound quality. Yeah, it improves on that, but I'm afraid the system in terms of landscape is too long because it's 7.0. The slimness is still okay, I would say. It's a little bit thicker than the previous one. It doesn't matter, but still, it's too long. It's still not pocketable, man. It's not a very good handheld, I would say. I don't think it is anyway. Now the next one is Nintendo Switch Lite. Now this system is different to them two Nintendo Switch because this Nintendo Switch is a handheld, but so were they. Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch OLED was handheld as well, but Nintendo Switch Lite is just a handheld. It's not it's not tabletop and it's not made for TV. It's not made for that kind of experience. Okay, so don't even bet for that. There's not a stand or nothing like that. You're not going to be able to make this stand, alright? Because basically this is just for your palm and your hands to do that. To play in a handheld mode. Now, the impressive thing about this system is, decide this for yourself. Now, the screen size of this system is 5.5 screen size. I think it's quite good. The screen's a bit smaller. The screen's smaller. So the width of this system can be small. Now, okay, let me get this right. I think the height is 9.1 centimeters. Don't think that is that kind of long. You look 9. It's okay, I suppose. And then the width is 20.8 centimeters. Right. It doesn't seem very pocketable to me, but it seems okay. This one, it looks better, I would say. It looks much better than the other two Nintendo Switch machines because they made the screen size 5.5, and then because of the width and the height, it's not that long on this system. It's a bit smaller. Yeah, you might be able to fit this probably in a large jean pocket or a jacket. You should be able to fit this one. It might be the best one when it comes from the handheld systems so far. Yeah, let's continue down the list. Then we will talk about what's the best handheld out of this list. Yeah, the next one is GPD Win. GPD means Gamepad Digital. Win means Windows. It was made for Windows 10. So this is a Windows 10 handheld PC. GPD Win 1 is a terrible system. Yeah, it used a hardware which wasn't very powerful. Okay, it's got an Intel HD 405. This one has, yeah, which is not extremely powerful, I would say. It's not a very good model, to be honest. Yeah, the way it was made, it was kind of weird, really. So they gave you like a clamshell design, like a laptop design, whatever you want to call it. All the D-pads, gaming controls weren't flexible. The keyboard was rubbish. It was absolutely rubbish on this thing. Now, you've got this system 5.5. What? A PC gaming on a 5.5? Are you insane? Or something? This thing was absolutely rubbish. I'm not kidding you. It's really a rubbish system. I don't care if people want to handle PCs. You're not supposed to be buying miniature handle PCs anyway. This thing was really small. A laptop? What? A laptop this small? Give me strength, for goodness sake. Why would you buy a very small laptop? What kind of laptop is this? This is ridiculous. This is one of the most awful laptop you can buy for your money. This is terrible. You can't do nothing with it. Just putting username and passwords, yeah, that's it. Why do you want to buy a laptop like that? Just put your username and passwords. That's dreadful. and this thing costs £300. It's reasonable, I suppose, for a handheld PC. I would say £300. Yeah, it's a decent price. I would say it's a pretty good price for that. Now, the amount of detail you have on PC games, you're not going to fit down 5.5. That's insane. That's really stupid. And lots of people went crazy. Oh, GPD Win one's out. Well, it was nobody knew when the next one's coming out. They called it GPD Win. They all went excited. When this thing is totally rubbish. Yeah? And I've noticed that the actual screen was really tiny. And you can't fit that detail on this system, man. It's too small. Because the details you get in PC games, right, is too much. How are you supposed to get all that detail in widescreen format on a little screen like this? You crazy or something or what? I mean, just about, if you're playing even a first-person shooter game on this, you could just see the gun and just the villain in front of you, but you can't see the other things in front, on the sides of you because the screen's too small. This is not recommended. All right. The next one is GPD Win3. Again, they made a system with 6.0. It's ridiculous how these companies are making these ideas work. It's just stupid, man. The screen size of these PCs, again, it's the same style like that. Gaming controls are better. They improved. Keyboard's a lot better. They've got that right. But again, it's too small for a laptop. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. You will never ever buy a 6.0 screen size laptop. What is going on? It's too small for a laptop. It's too tiny. Now, understand this. 5.5 is not right. 6.0 is not right either. You cannot fit that detail of PC gaming, yeah? This one used Intel HD 615, Intel HD 615 and something like that. It was a better one, yeah. Well, it's a better one, but it's still not useful. It's not useful as a laptop. It's too small. You can't use a keyboard, nothing on there. It's just got gaming controls. Even for PC gaming, I don't recommend this thing. It's too small, man. You cannot get all the details from PC gaming. It's ridiculous. Stop making these kind of rubbish PCs, man. You gotta stop making this crap. Because it's not even worth buying. It's not worth purchase. I've seen these daft systems. They're just ridiculous, man. They're really ridiculous. I mean, if you're gonna play games like action and adventure, first-person shooters, you're not gonna be able to view everything on there. The detail you get on these games, it's just not good, man. I mean, you can play some bits of some fighting games, some puzzlers, and that's it, man. It's just a waste of money. And you know, GPD Win was about £300, and GPD Win is £699. What? You're gonna buy a 6.0 screen size system for £699? It's too expensive. It's bloody too expensive. It's too much for a thing like this. It's far too much. This thing it's not worth buying, man. 5.5, 6.0 is not worth it for PC gamers. You cannot play games on these kind of screens, man. It's too small. Right. The latest one they released, GPD Win3, one of the most ridiculous system you can ever buy. You probably think, what I am talking about. Now this thing uses a thing called Intel Xe graphics. So what if it uses that? Intel Xe graphics it's very impressive. It is very impressive. It beats quite a few video cards. Yeah, the basic ones. Yeah, it beats them. It's really good Intel Xe graphics. But what the heck have they done with this system? So basically, you know what they've done? They gave you a tablet in the middle, 6.0 again, sliding game controls. Where's the idea come from? Nintendo Switch. They copied the whole damn Nintendo Switch's idea. The tablet, the sliding controls, Nintendo Switch. Absolutely, that's a Nintendo Switch idea. So they gave you a middle part with Windows 10 device in there. Ridiculous. Stop copying people's ideas. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that. What's the point buying a system if you're going to copy Nintendo's ideas? We don't want a system like that, man. This is stupid. This utterly stupid this system is. Now this system, it uses Intel Xe graphics. But what the heck? It's still 6.0. It's too small. It's too small, man. Yeah? Then they're using accessories like keyboard. Keyboard on this miniature system. Oh, man. I can't take this anymore. What kind of PC systems are these? Seriously. You know what? You can fool the other public, but you can't fool me. These GPD 1, 2, 3, they're all small screens. They're too tiny for PC gaming. Too small. It's not an experience, man. They're too tiny, man. They're far too small, man. Now, the way I'm looking at it, the handheld PC is a wrong idea. Well, in terms of GPD Win, what they're doing is completely wrong. It's a completely wrong idea. Who wants a handheld PC with a miniature screen like that? It's you know what? It's bad for your eyes. It really is. I mean, you're watching these advanced graphics, right? Looking into the screens, into these small screens. Yeah, it's you know what? It takes pressure to watch these little screens, man. They're too small, and the amount of detail that PC games have, you cannot fit that in a small screen. You're gonna keep on going all around the 3D environment like crazy. I've seen these things. I've played these things. They're just no good. It doesn't seem right because when you got this small screen, you have to keep on moving too much to left and right to view all the detail in these games. They're no good, man. I'm telling you, they're absolutely rubbish. It's just like if you got the one view, having a small view, you probably can play them. Playing first-person shooters and action adventure games, it's not the thing, man. It's just a waste of money these devices are. And you know the GPD Win3, it's £899. What the heck, man? It's £899 and over £1,000. Why would you spend for a 6.0 over £1,000? You crazy something. This is stupid. The people need to understand this is a system to make money. They're making money from people, man. The GPD Win are turbo systems, man. They're just not the thing, man. Okay, they're small, they're pocketable, they're miniature, but you can't make really small PC systems, man. They're not right. You can't make them. Making handheld PCs is completely wrong. Okay, now we understand what's going on. Seriously, handheld PCs is not the way to go. No. No, in terms of 5.5, 6.0, it's too small. They're far too small, man. It's no experience, man. They're waste of money. Do not fall for these systems just because they're handheld PCs. Look what they're giving you. You know what they are doing? They're giving you really small screens. Yeah? Which you can't get all the detail. You can't put all the detail on these screens. It's just impossible. Yeah? They're far too small. The batteries don't last very long on them anyway. I don't think they do anyway. They just last few hours and they run out and stuff like that. It looks completely wrong. And GPD 1 and 2 as a laptop is a very wrong idea. GPD Win3 removed it. And then you know why they removed it? They know it's stupid. They know it's flipping wrong. They got scared of it. They know if they put a keyboard in GPD Win3, it's not gonna sell. So what they did, they copied the full idea of Nintendo Switch and they made a GPD Win3. Did you see what they done? They copied the idea from Nintendo Switch fully. They pirated the idea. Copying someone else's idea doesn't make you clever, man. Doesn't make you smart at making devices. Here, Nintendo is the smartest company. You know what they did? They brought a little screen. They brought a screen and they put G-Con controls. That was Nintendo's idea. So well done to Nintendo. Right, now, what is the best system from this list? Because this list is quite confusing, man. They're all weird systems, aren't they? Sony ones are pretty weird anyway. Nintendo Switch are pretty big. And GPD Win is not even a good PC. So what happens here now? This is pretty confusing. The winner is Nintendo Switch Lite. Why did I say that? Nintendo Switch Lite is pretty portable. It's the smallest one, I will say. It's quite powerful indeed for what Nintendo has made for us. And gaming controls are pretty good on it. It looks nice. It looks beautiful. It's well designed. It looks pretty portable, I would say, if not too portable. Yeah, I would say it's still too big, but it is pretty portable than the other devices. And the detail on this system won't be a problem because it's a Nintendo Switch, right? Nintendo will make the games right for the screen because it's its own system. And even third-party developers, they are making it for Nintendo Switch. So these games will be designed for Nintendo Switch. They're gonna be right. You're not gonna find any game that's gonna have too much detail and it's gonna spoil the game. If any developer makes a game with too much detail, it will just lag. That's all. That's all it will do, and nothing else. This will be a perfect system. So Nintendo Switch Lite 5.5 screen size system, a perfect system for Nintendo and third-party games, and all the detail on this screen will be perfect. It'll be perfect. You won't get better system than this out of all this list. So yeah, Nintendo Switch Lite is the best portable system on the list again. Congratulations to Nintendo once again. Wow, Nintendo always makes the perfect system, doesn't it? Believe me, Nintendo Switch Lite will blow away the Sony PSVita. Sony PSVita's technology is nowhere near as Nintendo Switch Lite anyway. And the GPD Win3, well, it doesn't have Nintendo games anyway. It's just got PC games. I mean, copying someone's ideas doesn't make you a great man. Not really. And having a small screen on a GPD Win3 and a PC, you don't get all the detail, do you? But on a Nintendo Switch Lite, you'll get all the detail. On a portable screen. Can you see the difference? You'll get everything on the Nintendo Switch Lite, all the detail over the GPD Win3, man. Definitely. Definitely, man. I would say that. Everything on Nintendo Switch Lite is quality. Controls are nice, design's beautiful, screen's nice, it's very good resolution, looks quality, everything's quality about the system. Nintendo Switch Lite is a pure winner. Congratulations. So there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed my video session today for the handheld systems. So now the good news is in the next video we will be having not the Fujitsu system yet, not yet. We will be talking about OneXplayer Steamdeck. Are they worth buying? Really, are they? We will soon find out if these systems are even worth to buy. Where there's lots of YouTube videos are going crazy about them. Really, are they that crazy? Should you really be buying them? So wait for my next video, my forthcoming video. You can get all the details on them systems as well. About time you was waiting for all that, wasn't you, really? I will just let everything out in this one. In my next video, we will be having OneXplayer, Steamdeck, something, Neo Next, whatever that thing's called. It's got a weird name anyway. That will be in the next video. And then in the follow-up video, we'll be doing GPD Win Max. Yeah, there's another one from GPD Win. GPD. We have to see how good that one is. Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311. We are trying to find out what's the best device for your money. I think you probably already got an idea which one's gonna win. I think I don't even need to tell you that. Anyway, so there you go. That's all the information for in this video. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye from now.